Hi guys, welcome to weekly Forex forecast for the 5th, 9th of December. My name is Andrei Shinetsky. I am a technical analyst at AAFX trading company. As usual, we begin our forecast with Euro-USD currency pair. As you can see from the chart, we are now trading in the consolidation. The lower border of consolidation is 1.0532 and the upper one is 1.0683. As you can see from the volume chart, we have a huge accumulation of volume in this consolidation. So it means that big players accumulating positions to begin local trend. Also, we need to notice that now there is a huge fundamental factor. It's a referendum in Italy, and this referendum can totally change the situation, totally change the power in European Union. If Italian people will vote for no to reforms of a prime minister, in such case euro will weaken and even it can reach parity with the US dollar. The reason is that populist party in Italy becomes stronger and more powerful, and one of their statements is independence of Italy and quit from the European Union. So in case of no victory on this referendum, we may see Italy exit or something like this. So it is very important event. So I advise you to be very careful and to look for results of this referendum. If we talk about technical analysis, so I advise you to be out of the market now until the price will break out this consolidation. Of course, we have a huge downtrend, so I guess that the most possible scenario is further fall of this currency pair. So let's discuss two possible scenarios. The first one, the price bounce off this upper border on a huge volume. In such case, we can open short positions. Stop loss should be set above this level, and our first target will be the lower border of the consolidation. And the second one is the breakout of this border, fixation of the price above this border, and further growth. In such case, we can open long positions, set stop loss below the breakout bar, and our first target will be level 1.0800. But still, I advise you to wait for the results of the Italian referendum, and only after that we can open some positions, because it's really a very important event for Euro and for European Union. Our next instrument is GBPUSD. You can see that the pound got a support from the Prime Minister and from the good macroeconomic data. So now we have a local uptrend, and we need to highlight a new level of support. It's 1.2566 and 1.2581. So you can see that this level was tested, and besides it there is a lot of volume here, and after testing of this level, the price bounced back and continued its growth. So this level is very important for us, because it will be the place for our stop losses. But before we can open a long position, we need to wait for the correction of the price, because now it is just an insane stop loss, and of course it's not profitable for us. So we need to wait for a smooth correction of the price and then open a long position after the stoppage of this correction. Around if the price will correct to the level that will give us 100 pips stop loss, it will be fine, because for pound we have huge targets, and of course 100 pips stop loss is quite good for us. Anyway, we need to wait for stoppage of the price, and only after that we can open long positions. Stop loss, as I said before, should be set below this level, and our first target, and our first target is this level. It's 1.2960. So you see that it's a pretty good deal with good profit risk profit ratio, but still we need to wait for a better place for enter, the better place for entering the position, and get the more profitable risk profit ratio. But this deal is very good, and of course we have a good potential, but need to wait for smooth correction. And one more thing, this correction should be not only smooth but without a huge volume. So just a little correction, stoppage of the price, we open long position, and then price more probably will continue its growth. And the second instrument is USDJPY. After the release of the mixed data on the labor market in the USA, this currency pair had a smooth fall, a smooth correction to its support level 113.53, 113.65. This support level is still actual for us, and it is the place for our stop losses, but before we can open a long position we need to wait for additional confirmational signal. This signal is a strong bullish momentum with a huge volume. It is necessary to wait for this signal because we need to be sure that this correction has stopped and the price will continue its growth. In case if if price continues its fall, its correction, we need to wait for the stoppage of the price, and then wait for some growth to once again to be sure that this correction has stopped. In such case, in case if the price goes down further, stop loss should be set below this level. It's 111.63. It's our global support level. You see that it was tested twice, and then the price went up. So this level is also very important for us. Anyway, now for USDJPY I see only long positions, but we need to wait for the confirmation signal. And our last instrument is gold. Even despite of some bad or maybe mixed data on the labor market in the USA and payrolls, gold remains in its little consolidation, and of course our bearish trend is more likely to continue. So that's why short positions are our prior scenario, and we need to look for shorts, only shorts. But where can we enter? The first scenario, we have once again a correction of the price to our global and the most important resistance level. It's 1190.20, 1198.70, and after the stoppage of the price we can open short positions and set stop loss above this level. And the second scenario, we the price corrects and then begin to fall with huge volume or even strong bearish momentums, and after that we can open short position and set stop loss above the correction, the maximum level of this correction. So, and of course sit until level 1145. Let's take a look. Yes, 11, it's our target. So you can see that it's this deal has a great potential, a great risk profit ratio, but we need to wait for confirmation signal, because once again the same situation as for Japanese yen, the price can correct higher, and I don't see any need to sit in correction to hold negative position, because well, we just need to wait for a better price for entering short positions, and it is our main goal. So for gold also, short positions remains our price scenario, and we just need to wait for confirmation signal, but still this deal is very obvious and very profitable for us. So for gold, our last week's scenario remains the same. And let's take a look at our economic calendar. This week is not so rich for some important economic news or events. Of course, the most important is the Italian referendum, but it was on Sunday. So I advise you to take a closer look to cash rate and RBA rate statement in Australia, especially if you're trading Australian dollar. And of course Canadian dollar, it's also overnight rate and BOC rate statement. And maybe the most interesting is minimum bid rate and ECB press conference on Thursday. So you see that in this week rate changes are in focus for Australia, for Canada and for European Union. For today it's over. We have some good deals, especially on pound and Japanese yen. So I hope that this forecast will be useful for you. Have a nice week, have a profitable week. See you, bye bye.